My best regards from Estonia. I am Endrik. My name is Endrik Tõnsberg. I am from Estonian Sportfishing Federation, and I give you a short overview about what's going on in Estonia in recreational fishing. So Estonia is a very small country. It's from here about 70 kilometers to the south from Helsinki, and we have population is very low, more than 1 million people, but we have 50,000 recreational fishermen. That's I think that's a good number, and it's rising a little bit all time. And the waters for fishing, almost they are the public waters. It's maybe I can tell you something, 95% is a public waters. We have a very long coastline, especially the north side of Estonia is a very good place for fishing sea trout, especially now, maybe middle of May, when the water temperature is 10 degrees, then it's the best time to go to fishing sea trout. And the salmon too, but mostly in the sea trout. In the east is a very big lake, Peipsi. It's a border lake between Russia and Estonia. And we have there a lot of problems with commercial fishermen and recreational fishermen too, because they put sometimes too much nets in the water and overfishing the places. The license system, fishing is free, less than 16 years old and seniors. And
what's the age of senior?
What?
What is the age?
It's 65. 65, yes. And we catch per year approximately 7 million kilograms, 7,000 tons of fish. Organized anglers, we are not too lot, less than 1%, that means we are not too much clubs, maybe 25, 30 clubs at all. Main species is perch, pike, roach bream and pike perch. Because that kind of fish you can find everywhere in Estonia. The ice fishing is very popular. It's west side of Estonia is a big wolf Pärnu. It's very famous, especially in the winter time. A lot of Latvians and Russians coming to catch perch from this. And of course, Lake Peipsi, that is a good fishing places for the perch fish. We collect, Minister of Environment collects fishing licenses about 0.5 million euros per year. So it's quite an amount of money. And that's good that we can we can buy the license to the mobile phone or to the net payment. That's we have possibilities to. And if you're paying to the mobile phone, you can go to fishing after 1 hour. That's not that we're working by this way. Unfortunately, we have not bag limits. That's very bad, because you can catch how much fish you want. Only not for salmon. I mean the trouts, brown trouts, salmons. You can catch per day only 2 pieces. But because we have not bag limits, that means that some places are very bad. Just now, very bad conditions. There is no fish. With Estonian Sportfishing Federation, we established that 2003 in Tallinn, capital, and the main organizer was Claude Kalastaja, who just now published that kind of journal like Kalastaja. In Finnish language is the same word, Kalastaja. It's a journal specially made for the recreational fishermen, a lot of advertising and stories that I've got. Information, and this journal coming up 4 times per year, in spring, autumn, summer and winter time. Now we have 10 sport fishing clubs in our federation umbrella organization, and sometimes we can catch that big salmon fish too. That picture was taken from Narva river. This is a border area between Estonia and Russia, and of course there is a little bit complicated situation in this river. There is a very big Russian hydropower station, and they're using electricity only, they're sending electricity only the Russian side, not the Estonian side. I think it's not right. But we have the big problems there, and in the same time, mostly in autumn, our clubs organizing different salmon competition anyway in these places. But the fishing area is very short. You can catch salmon. Maybe there is 5 kilometers from the place. Then big power station stop. All moves. Our organization is a member of World Sport Fishing Federation, associate member of EAA and member of EGFA, so we are quite active and have good relationship between different organizations. We was in different conferences, fellow meetings, and doing the cooperation work with Environmental Ministry of Estonia. Of course, the cooperation works with other sport fishing clubs, legislation work, and we made different competitions in different time in Estonia too. And at the same time we're organizing fishing trips to Norway, to Finland. Of course, the last years is not very common because a lot of people don't use anymore our organizations. They are going straight to Norwegian, looking to the internet information, and use our clubs or our info is not necessary anymore. And in summertime we have child camps, different places in Estonia, so we're teaching the young people too. In Estonia there is a lot of lakes of thousands, more than thousands, and rivers. Of course, they are not very big rivers, but anyway, we have a lot of fishing places. And we have 3 water areas, these islands, small islands, that mean must be very good places for fishing, but sometimes you can go, but you showing there is a lot of fish nets, gill nets, and that is a big problem. The seawater, the salty is very low, therefore all species who living in the inland waters, living in the coastline, so that you can catch absolutely inland water species in the sea, from the sea. Now we have that kind of 200 rivers who are longer than 15 kilometers. The ice fishing is very popular. This picture is from Pärnu River. There is a lot of Latvians coming too, and overfishing our places. Domestic people is very against that a lot of foreign people coming and here our waters, but it's not nothing to do because the European Union and not special license for foreign people. But our bigger problem is that we have not tag limit system yet, but maybe in the future. Now, if we're talking about commercial fishermen, we have 1,000 plus 1,500. That's the first 1,000 they are fishing outside of Estonia in the open sea. But 1,500 people, commercial fishermen who are fishing in the coastline. Of course, we have an accident between recreational and commercial fishermen. We have 50,000 recreational fishermen, how I say it, and the fishing sector is divided for 2 ministries. The commercial fishing is in agriculture ministry, and recreational fishing is in environmental ministry. That means that too much bureaucracy maybe sometimes. And of course, famous journal kalastaja you can find in Estonia different places. And of course, such kind of fishing like style like spearfishing. I know that it's not very common in Europe at all, and of course in Estonia there is a visibility of waters. It's true, not very good. We have approximately maybe 5-6 places where you can go by spearfishing. Myself, I like the spearfishing, and I'm doing in Estonia spearfishing championship every year. And that kind of fishing style is not, you are not shooting every fish what you want, because I mean the gun maybe for you, for protection, is if a big fish attack you, then you can sell yourself. But no, that means that that kind of fishing style is not very dangerous for the fishing stocks, but it's very interesting, because you can go downstairs and look the fish world absolutely different side. Because if you're fishing by the rod, you can look only the water and you spoon or in your rod. But if you dive it, there is absolutely totally different world, and after that you are thinking completely differently, and maybe even don't catch too much fish anymore. So that's my first slide. Estonian talking kivikott is in Estonian languages. That means if a fisherman go to fishing and met some other guy telling him have a stone in your bag. That means that if you're going to fishing, that catch more stones and not fish. That's all. Thank you very much.